The company started in 1999. And basically, I was in the industry for a long time. But many of you have learned what I've done in the past. I was a lonely loan officer working for 5 different banks for the first 3 years of my career. And I made a fine living. But the challenge always has been is that can we help people? Can we go out there to do what we need to do to get more people in the business? Because there's a lot of people out there that needed our help. The industry is just kind of very unique. They don't give the new people, the greenies, so to speak, your inexperienced people, the part-timers, they don't have a chance to get involved in mortgage lending. And by default, I get involved in this business. So my whole thrust about this whole thing that we're trying to do is to create something so get more and more people get involved in this business. And in order to do that, we got to simplify things. What we need to do is understand the desire of an average person. What do they need out there? An average person, they want to have a job. They don't need another job. They don't want to do that. They like to have a business. They like to be able to own their own business, control their own destiny, do the kind of things they like to do. But who give them that chance? If they don't have the capital, they don't have the experience, they don't have the plan, they don't have all of that, it's very tough for them to do that. What we want to do, or at least what I want to do, is to go out to change the industry and give people a shot, a chance to become successful. And you do the same thing, wouldn't you? We need to have a system. The system allows people from all walks of life an opportunity to build a business within the business. That's what we talked about. Not a loan officer job. I know you might entertain the idea of helping people get into business. Every time they close a loan, you get paid. That's a wonderful idea. Maximum compensation. Just 100% of zero is still zero. But if you got 10, 20, 30% of 1,000 people, it can be a huge difference. That's how we create wealth for people who get involved in business. That's you. Go out there to make it happen. We want to create a unique building and support system. The support system is me. I'm the 27 support system. I'm the person who go out to build people. I'm the person who go out to reach out and talk to people and make things happen. That's how we can come up with the idea of having a borrow information form. I'm the pricing engine. I'm the processor. I'm the person who will make things happen. But could you believe what happened here? One after another, a few people get on the idea. They learn what I do. They go out and do the same thing. That's where the duplication machine started. Well, just think about this here. If you build it, they will come. The wealth will come. If you go out and get things started, there are many things that happen. So what I did at the beginning, believe it or not, I just go out to talk to people. Very simple. Because I don't want to talk about mortgages. I'm talking about interest rate. I'm talking about loan program. Confuse the people out there. I just tell the people this here. Our business to help people get money. Would you like to get involved in our business? And there's a lot of people out there. If you believe in what I said, there's a lot of people out there need you. They need you. They didn't know they can make the kind of money that we, the loan officer, could make. In the process of getting started, I didn't have a whole bunch of things. I didn't have the brochure, I didn't have the CD, I didn't have all these fancy things. I just have me and my team. At the end of 2002, we have only 414 members. From November 2001, at the end of 2002, we only have 414 members. That's all we have. I myself go out to the field every single day. I make phone calls, I prospect, I do everything humanly possible. This is how this company is built. By the time we rolled to 2003, guess what happened? At the end of 2003, we grew about 1,000 times. We got 4,893 members in the organization. Could you believe that? We grew 1,000% in 2002. Which company out there is able to do that? Think about that. An average mortgage company has every size company is only about 6 people. But now, how is it possible for us to get involved in business and start this company here with no capital, virtually no capital, and no infrastructure, which is the dream? You know what? Because a lot of people out there love the dream. We didn't have much of the system back then. I gotta hold a meeting. I gotta go out to see people. I gotta go on one-on-one. I gotta do the follow-up. I gotta do the tradition type of thing. Instead of just working on the loans and loans and loans, now I work with people. We don't look at the color of their skins. We don't look at where they come from. We don't look at how many diplomas they have. That's not where I look at. I just look at this and how big is your dream? And I've seen many companies out there, to be honest with you, big company. Make billions and billions of dollars. They start with just a few people with a great brand and bright idea. And they make things happen. I said, God, we got something here. Banks don't hire greenies. Banks don't hire part-timers. If we can develop a culture, the kind of understanding to reach out to the people and kind of transplant them in the whole process, slowly but surely we'll get there. And you will help us to make this thing happen, bigger and better than anybody else. By the end of 2004, our numbers have been tripled. There's a record 9,692 new members to NLC. You are the CEO of yourself. You can build this company here and we can make this thing happen. That's the concept, the idea. At the end of 2004, the total numbers go up to 14,585 members. That's not very far away, was it? Now, when you get a system, somewhere along the line, you hear people talk all the time, and this is what you go out to preach people. You run the system run the business for you. Run and build the business for you. Well, this is the engine here. The machine is just getting started here. By the end of 2005, a new era had emerged for NLC. Over 21,000 new members have joined the company in 2005. Last year in July, we held the first historic Las Vegas meeting in the room on the other side called the Versailles room. That's about 40% of the size of this room. How many people were there last year? Let me hear some noise from the people who were there last year. That's right. You can talk to the people being there, done it, and witness what the history being making. You can ask them, see what happened. This is why we do what we do. You can't help but get excited because you're in a business where you're going to grow. Total, at the end of 2005, we end up with 36,507 members. And let me share with you, what happened in 2005. The interests are coming up. A few banks are closing down. Many mortgage brokers are closing their shops. Companies are trying to downsize or either closing down the business. Loan officers that were doing loans, refinancing heavily on the rate term refinance also disappear, go back to where they were before. Guess what NLC members are doing? We are staying focused on one thing. Because one thing we do best. What we do? They'll keep the main thing. We go out to recruit, build, and lead. And we go out to make this thing happen. And that's what you do. And this is what you can see here. The fire ignited in 2006. And this is just, I believe, it's just a new beginning. As of July, and we're in August now, as of July, just half of the year, we got 20,787 new members in NLC. We are poised to break into a new frontier. End of 2006 projections, we expect it to reach over 70,000 members. Most people quit before they get started. Most people quit because they make the kind of money they like to make in the first 3 months or 6 months in the business. This company, I share this with you, is built based on 3 factors. Hard work, integrity, and honesty. That's the 3 things. We double our size from July last year until July this year. We more than double our size. Can you imagine that? What if we continue to do what we do best? To go out to sell dreams. I carry this mission with me. My dream is still alive. Don't forget the important mission. Go out there to do what you could do, to help the person next to you. Everyone out there needs your help. They may not understand what they're looking at. They may not know their potential. You are the person who can make this thing happen. I believe that if you look at this number today and you project our future, look at the next 12 months. You can't help but think big. 2007. I don't care what the interests are going to be. I don't care how the economy is going to look like. But I tell you this much. People are going to have debts. People are going to have jobs. And they will need you and I. They will need you and I.